Hi YouTube, welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name is Michael and this of course is Esme. So we are out on our 5th consecutive weekend camping extravaganza. So we're camping more than we normally do. Normally do it every 2 to 3 weeks. But because of the situation, I'm trying to do my bit and keep you all entertained. So I'm forcing myself to go out every week and make an outdoor video. It's a small thing that I can do, and you may like it, you may not. And to be honest, it's nice to have a reason to force my way out. Not that it's a hard ask either, but I hope you're enjoying the content. Let me know in the comments. So we are going to the Esme Proving Ground, so it's kind of a place that I test all my equipment, but I do have some work to do there. I'm completely out of wood, so I've got to set some stuff up. I want to replenish the whole wood thing for further trips. So that's going to keep me busy for the weekend. We're going to be out for at least one night, maybe two, I'm not sure, depends how we go. But today is pretty cold. It's about -14 and we have snow, as you can probably see. So we are out in the Can-Am with the tracks and it's ploughing through the snow without any problems. I do have a lot in the box at the back that I need to dump off so I can actually go and get the wood. So I'm going to do that first. I'll get to camp, I'm going to set up my ice fishing tent, unload stuff. I actually brought my big Teton camp cot with me. I'm not sure if it actually fits inside the hot tent. That's the part I'm not sure about. So I brought it just in case. If it does, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'll just pack it back up. But it'd be nice to have that big camp cot in there. But I have the small one, so no biggie. And for those of you new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. I think I showed a stat last time that 80% of people that watch my videos don't subscribe. That's like a crazy amount. There's got to be a reason why. I can only think it's because of somebody. Probably me. Anyway, that's enough. Let's get going. Go on, Es. Okay, so we've arrived without too much incident, which is really good. But it does feel cold though. So I'm going to rapidly put this tent up, which thankfully doesn't take long. I'm going to unload my stuff and then we can go get that wood. Okay, let's get started. Hopefully you can see, kind of does fit. There's not much room for anything else. Takes up more or less half the space. I'll try it. Just gonna put the arms in. The stove here, wood pile. I think this will work. Literally touches the sides. So the newer cots do have the easy lock arms, which I would recommend if you're going to buy this type of cot. Yeah, I think it's a little tight in here, but I think I can make it work. It'd be nice to have such a big bed. What do you think? Oh, okay, get the mat out. And then we can go get our wood. Get some wood. Okay, next steps. So we have the extra large Thermarest camp base tents. This is a very big mat, but it fits this cot perfectly. Well, not exactly perfectly, but wide enough. And we have the minus 45 sleeping bag. Which I can't reach side the zips on, right hand. So we have the bed together. Even this cot kind of dwarfs this huge sleeping bag. It's probably 3 inches of space either side, so it is really huge, which is it's nice, especially when you've got the tent cot part of it on. But yeah, it's nice to know it actually fits, but not a lot else will. But to be honest, I spend most of the time sat on the bunk or asleep when I'm inside the hut, so I don't need a lot of moving around room. This makes a very good seat as well, so I don't tend to have my seat inside. I just sit on here, especially with it being so big now. There's lots of room for both of us. So I'm going to drop off the stove. Oh no. I forgot the stove jack. Okay, that's a problem. How did I do that? I took the stove jack out to sew the Velcro on it and left it at home. Okay, guess we're gonna have to just improvise something. Not the end of the world, we can make it work. Okay, we're gonna get the stove anyway. We're gonna put it in the tent and then we can go off and get our wood. Sounds like a plan. Come on, Ez. So I think I found a likely candidate right there. Just behind that tree. It's kind of small. I think I can probably get it with a handsaw and then just drag it back to camp. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Okay, let's see if we can get to it. It's going pretty deep. You can wait, Ez. I can drop it that way. That'll be ideal. Okay. Try it, Ez. Get back. That worked out really well. I just have to get out. Okay, so we're back at camp again, which is nice. So we have our wood, and to be honest, we have a stack of it here as well. So probably going to process what we have here, and then I'm going to probably start carving that up as my backup stuff for later trips. This is enough for at least 2 nights, I think. So, okay, I'm gonna open the tent up first, get Esme squared away. I don't want it getting cold, and then we'll get to splitting the wood. It's cold, but it's nice. So our next challenge is to make something that we can put in there as a stove jack. Can't believe I forgot it. I actually have a list, which I'll just show you. I have a camping checklist. Hope you can see that. Every time I forget something, I add it to the list. I've gone to the habit of going through it. I just added stove jack. It's probably my advance in years, but I rely more on lists. So I think I have a solution. It does involve duct tape, and it also involves something you've seen before, which is my German sewing kit. I always carry inside every jacket a safety pin. You can see that. A safety pin right there, and some wire. I put that inside all my clothes. Even my suit has this, because it's probably one of the most useful things. A piece of wire is very useful for just tying things together. It's smaller than string, and you can tie things together temporarily, and a safety pin can be used to remove a splinter or hold things together. So I always pin it to the inside of my stuff. And in my kit here, I have a bunch of safety pins, along with needle thread. There's my Esme patch, scissors, everything I need to move this project forward. And the most important part is a large piece of birch bark that I'm going to use as a stove jack. Not really, that would incinerate the whole thing. Now I have a fire blanket, which I normally carry with me. So this is what I make the stove jacks out of anyway. So I'm going to make a new stove jack, and I can do that right now. Okay, I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm going to come back once I've got that thing pinned into place, because I can't trust my language. It's very frustrating, but deep breaths. I'll get there in the end, just one step at a time. And I don't want to put you through that. So, we'll be back. Next time you see me, this will be perfect. Believe me. As you can see, literally 30 seconds after I stopped filming, this was done. So the next job is to take the knife and I'm going to make a hole in it. Wherever this lines up. Okay, I'm going to be back in another 30 seconds. Okay, so we got the stove going. Heat's starting to come in now, so it's really nice. That's what happens when things go wrong. But you can either lie down and do nothing and complain about things, or you can try and fix it. I forgot Esme's coat as well. Should put that on the list. We're all good. I was going to bring Simon, but unfortunately Simon had an operation yesterday, had a few teeth removed. So he's doing okay, but he's taking medication right now for pain and whatnot. It's 3 teeth. He's an older dog that was badly abused in his earlier life, I'm assuming. I've told this story before, but he was shot in his knee, which kind of blew it apart with a .22. He still has lots of shrapnel in his knee. And I think his pelvis was broke at some point in his jaw. He was an abandoned stray in a very bad mess. When we got him, we actually fostered him for a while, and they were going to operate and remove that leg, but I spoke to the vet and convinced him not to remove it, and it's been fine. He's not great in his leg, but it was better than removing it, I think, for the time being. It might be in the future he has to have his leg removed, but at the moment he copes with it quite well. But he's such a pleasant chap, he never complains, he just gets it done. And like I said, no words describe people that hurt animals, and you know, what goes around comes around, and I hope I get to see it. Sounds awful, but yeah. Moving on. So we're gonna let the tent heat up. I've got to still chop the wood. so I'll get on with that shortly. But despite the bed being so big, it's actually not too bad in here. The stove's kicking out some good heat. Yeah. So we're getting some snow right now, which is nice. Hoping it's going to go through the night, and it might clear up by midnight, perhaps, so we can see the stars. But it's getting pretty heavy, somewhat. So at this point I should probably explain some of the events surrounding what happened. So the police officer actually arrived the morning, so my first night, he arrived and came outside my camp, calling my name, and I was like, this is odd. So obviously I opened the door and there was an RCMP officer. He was very nice gentleman, very polite. He explained why he was there. First of all, I thought someone had like broken into my truck or someone had done something to it. But then he went on to explain it was a welfare check, which was kind of odd. So he explained that one of the oil field workers had seen my truck and it hadn't moved in over a day, so he called the police. It was kind of annoying because I've been parking in that spot for like 4 years plus at least without any incident, and most people just let people get on with what they're going to do. It was, to me, it was obvious. I'd gone camping, I had my machine, there was a trailer there, it's I'm not too far from where I parked the truck for that particular trip, so it wasn't too hard for the police officer to find me. I was very disappointed. I was kind of upset. It kind of broke the mood for the whole trip. So, no disrespect to the police officer, he's doing his job. He couldn't just kind of show up and, there's the tent. He's probably fine. He had to actually follow through and check. And to be fair, he did call. I ignored the call because I didn't recognize the number. So, there was points along that particular journey that could have been avoided. What really bothers me the most is the waste of resource. That police officer could have been doing useful things rather than checking up on a guy camping out in the forest somewhere. So I don't know what the solution is. It kind of broke the mood, and I was just done at that point. So I didn't do any more filming. I kind of left my equipment where it was, and I came back the following day just to come pick it all up. So it bothered me more than it really should have done, but I just get over it. It's just something where there's something that triggers, I think, in people. And when you see a police officer, it's never good news, is it really? Unless you called them for a particular reason, but they want to speak to you. It's not about something that's you haven't won the lottery, put it that way. It's always bad news. So it was a bit of a downer, but it is what it is. And obviously I thank the RCMP for checking in on me, and I hope you don't have to do it again in the future. So back to the video. Well, this is kind of a weird ending to the video. I know people mean well. Welfare check. And they did try to call me, but I ignored the number because I didn't recognize it. So, I don't know. I've been doing this a long time. I've never had a problem before. But I guess people always try and do the right thing. Anyway, we do have Esme and Simon. So anyway, I hope you stay safe, and until next time, take care. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.